everybody, welcome to week 2 of research. Happy Groundhog's Day. It looks like another 6 weeks of winter. I'm so glad later this month my husband and I are going to be off to Hawaii. I like winter, but once we get past Christmas and New Year's, I'm ready for spring and the beach. All right, let's look at what we've got going this week. So, glad to see that you guys have kind of checked into your CLC groups. Hopefully everybody's okay with their group assignment. You all seem like very bright, intelligent people, so I'm sure you'll do well working together. Okay, so you turned in an assignment last night by midnight. I just want to let you know, kind of with that, I just ended another section of the research course, and I've got 19 papers to grade for their class so that I can turn in their final grades, and then I've got your papers to grade. So I probably will try to grade theirs first just because they're waiting for their final grades, but my goal, don't hold me, but I'm hoping to have the papers back to you before I go to bed Sunday night. Because usually on the first paper I try to give you a lot of feedback on like APA and writing and organizing so that you can know what to expect going forward. So I will do my best to do that. If not, it'll be Monday. Okay? All right. DQs for this week. So now that we know what quantitative and qualitative research is, we're going to talk about bias. Oh my gosh, there is so much bias that could potentially come into a research article, to a research study. And typically bias is something that's going to affect the reliability or the validity of a study. The validity of a study is, does the way I'm conducting this study, does it measure or capture what I hoped to capture? Okay, so does it measure what it's supposed to? Reliability is, if I use the same instrument or ask the same types of questions, will I get consistent the types of answers I want to receive? Let me give you an example that I was reading this morning on validity and reliability. Okay, suppose you have a scale at home and you set it, like some of the old-fashioned ones where you could set the dial. Suppose you set it to 10 pounds lighter, okay? It would still be reliable because each time during the day that you got on that scale, it would measure this, you get the same measurement. Okay, so it's reliable, it's consistent, but it's not valid. It doesn't have validity because it's not giving you an accurate measurement. Hope that maybe helps a little bit. But so things that could be done, whether it is in how the design is set up, how the sample is selected, the size of the sample, how the questions are asked, how the researcher determined the content of the questions, what tool was used to gather the data, has it already been shown to be valid and reliable? So there's all sorts of things. Once I was teaching a course, I think it was maybe a leadership course, and it was an on-ground course. And I usually try to, partway through the course, or I think it was towards the end, give out just a real brief questionnaire about increasing your skill. Do you feel that you have increased your skills in the course? And I think I listed out several. So I worded it, do you think you have increased or improved your skills in this course? And I thought the class had done very, very well. So I expected really a lot of positive feedback on that question. But I got mixed feedback because my students were a variety of people who were experienced out in the community and people who had just recently graduated from high school. So people who were out in the community felt that they possessed some of those skills coming into my course. And so asking them if they had increased or improved maybe wasn't the best way to look at it. If I had asked, do you feel that you have met the objectives for the course? Do you feel that you can do this, this, and this? That would have yielded much more positive data because that's what I really wanted to know. Do you have the skills that you're supposed to have at the end of this course? Hope that makes a little sense. Anyway, so we're going to talk about different types of bias this week. And then we're going to talk about research questions and theory. Kind of which should come first. There's kind of an academic perspective and a practical perspective. So once I hear what most of you have to say on that topic, I'll be weighing in on my own perspective based on some of my own research experience. All right, so those are our DQs. All right, so then in the CLCs, you're going to be doing your agreement. And so basically that's filling in all of the contact information and then dividing up portions of the assignment. Again, I want to caution you, pick a topic where there has been lots of evidence on this evidence-based practice. Okay? I had a group, they were really interested in nurse retention. Great topic, but they had a hard time narrowing down one practice that was shown to be incredibly effective and had enough research to back it up, because it was kind of nebulous. You could kind of take this from this study and this from this study, and it's only an 8-week course. So you don't have time to research everything and read everything that's out there. So I just would caution you, when you pick a topic you all agree on, you want to reach a consensus. As you're doing so, just make sure that there's enough evidence out there. The example that I gave you with decreasing CAUTIs, that's an example of something that has tons of evidence out there. All right, but this week you're just filling out your agreement. Who's going to do what parts and your demographic stuff. What are you going to do if problems arise? So looking forward to seeing those. All right, then on the individual side, dum, da, da, dum, you are picking and writing about the articles that you will be using for the rest of the course. So last time I told you, make sure you pick articles that you understand. Not that aren't so complicated that you're going to have a hard time writing the papers about them. Now, you're going to be learning throughout the course. You're going to be reading about different components of the article. I expect you to learn. But don't make it such a complicated study that that's really going to trip you up on your assignments. Okay? Nurses aren't expected. For instance, I think I had one student do a drug study, a drug trial study. Really interesting study, but the statistics in it were so high level that it was really hard to get information on that was applicable and the normal person could understand. That's all I'm saying. So pick something you're interested in that you want to continue to look into for the whole length of the course. The 2 articles do not need to be about the same thing. They can be totally different, or they can be about the same thing. It's totally up to you. So this week you'll just be kind of describing them a little bit, and then I will be saving those articles. So part of the requirement is that you're going to have to either upload the article or give me a link that works and that you've tried and that works, so that I can access the article. And what I do is I save those articles so I can refer back to them each time that you do a paper. Okay? All right. I think that's about it. And please, if you have questions, send me a note in the individual or questions to the instructor forum, because that's what I'm here for. All right. See you in the main forum.